Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your chef from guruscooking.in with Rajma Masala. Please make a note of the ingredients. I'm going to offer you a few good tips in this video and I hope you adapt to them so that you make the best Rajma recipe at your place. The first tip is to make sure that you use the Rajma which is Kashmiri Rajma. It looks like this. It is smaller in size compared to the other Rajma available in the market and is also a little darker in color. You can see the difference, isn't it? So, use Kashmiri Rajma if possible. I have soaked this 200 grams of Rajma in enough clean drinking water for 10 hours overnight. After 10 hours it has bloated to be like this, and last night if I compare it, it used to be just like this, as you can see on the left hand side of my palm. Alright, this water, my friends, has got a tinge and bad odor. It doesn't smell good. It will not taste good as well. So it's better we discard the water and just secure the Rajma. Don't forget this step. Alright, now we'll replace that dirty water with some clean, fresh drinking water. So in 200 grams of Rajma, we have added 750 milliliters of clean drinking water at least. We'll now add half a teaspoon of salt for taste and seasoning, and we'll pressure cook this for 7 whistles at least. So here is my pressure cooker, my friends. We'll be adding in the Rajma along with the water. You might be having a lot of pressure cookers of different sizes at home. I'm using the pressure cooker which is of 3 liters capacity. We'll now put the lid, and like I said, how many whistles at least? 7. That'll be good. The second tip I'll give you is, once you pressure cook this, do not open the lid for at least 10 to 15 minutes. You can just keep this aside. Please don't open the lid. The steam will make your Rajma cook even after the 7 whistles. Good. We'll now take in a few veggies and create a paste out of them. Ginger, garlic and onion. Blend them together to create a very fine paste. If required, you can add 1 or 2 tablespoons of water also while making the paste, but not too much water. Alright? Good. So here is how the paste looks. Fresh paste is always better, my friends. Please don't use the ones that you get in market out of the box. Ready-made ones are not really good. Alright. We'll take 2 tomatoes. Along with them we'll take 2 more. But why different ones? These 2 are sour. These 2 are sweet. So this hybrid tomato and this desi tomato. Desi is also called organic. So when you take these round tomatoes which are organic, they are a little sour. The hybrid ones are a little sweet, and that offers for a nice sweet and sour combination. That's a great one, right? You can trust me on this. If you go for this combination, your Rajma recipe will really taste really good, because Rajmas are naturally a little sweeter in taste. Here's our puree, my friends. It's been 10 to 15 minutes now. We'll open the lid and nice. Look at the colors. Awesome. Now this is how it should look. Please don't make sure that you have a little water left out. Do not dry it out completely. And that is why I asked you to add 750 milliliters of water. So friends, the next step is press the Rajma for 1 ladle of Rajma using a spatula like this. We are doing this not for all the Rajma in this pressure cooker, only for 1 ladle. Remember that. And that is because this will make your Rajma recipe, as the time passes by when they cook, a little gooey and viscous. And this also adapts to make your recipe a little more creamier. I gave you another tip to make your Rajma recipe good. Nice? Amazing. Come, let's prepare our masala. I've taken a pan to which we'll be adding 3 tablespoons of oil. When the oil is hot enough, cooking at a low flame, add 1 cinnamon stick, 2 black cardamom, or moti ilaichi, 5 cloves or long, 2 bay leaves. Bay leaves are also called tezpatta. We'll saute this at a low flame, remember, otherwise you'll burn your spices. Cook it only for 1 minute. And then we'll be dropping in the fresh ginger, garlic and onion paste that we had prepared. And now for the important tip once again. Cooking at a medium flame, make sure you cook these for at least 7 to 10 minutes or until they turn golden brown. Please have patience while cooking them. The more you cook this at a medium to low flame and turn them golden brown, the better your recipe will taste for sure. The bay leaves, as you can see, have infused their flavor in this recipe, and now I don't want them to be staying there for a long time. I'll get rid of them and discard them. So friends, like I said, saute it for a long time, cooking at a medium flame. Sometimes the onion will start sticking to the pan, and to avoid that, you can add in half a teaspoon of salt like this, just to make sure that the onions release water, and when they release water like this, they will not stick to the bottom. See, now it's been 10 minutes since we have been cooking the onions, garlic and ginger paste, and it looks like this, nicely golden brown in color. We'll be pouring in the tomato puree now. Please make sure the flame is low or medium right now and not high, otherwise the tomatoes will splutter onto your palm and you'll burn yourself. Be careful. We'll be adding in half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of fresh coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of red chilli powder, stir and mix all the spices along with this masala mixture nicely. The best way to cook this masala would be by covering it with a lid and cooking it at a low flame for at least 15 minutes. So we will now cover this with a lid and cook it for a total time of 15 minutes. After 7 minutes, I'll just uncover the lid and try to stir my ladle to just check whether it has stuck to the bottom of the pan or whether it has burnt or not. So have to be careful about these things. So keep checking it once in a while. And we'll now replace the lid and cook it for another 7 minutes. So a total time of 15 minutes, my friends. Or if not 15 minutes, then until your recipe looks like this. You can see those air pores and the bubbles coming up. It's the oil actually oozing out at the top. When you see that, you know your masala is now prepared. That's an indication. It's time for now bring in the bad boys. The Rajma that we had cooked for 7 whistles in the pressure cooker is now back in. Pour in the magic. Do you also remember while cooking the Rajma, we had mashed 1 ladle of Rajma so that it makes your recipe slightly gooey, thicker and creamier? Don't forget that. Good. Now mix it up nicely. You can increase the flame now to medium. Remember, we were cooking at a low flame earlier. And now we have to have patience to cook this Rajma for another 15 minutes or until it becomes thicker and gooey and viscous and smooth and silky in texture. We'll add in, for spiciness, 3 green chilies which have been slit vertically. So we'll cover this with a lid and cook this for another 5 minutes at a medium flame. We'll uncover the lid now and check if the rajma is sticking to the bottom of the pan or not. As you can see, a lot of water has evaporated and your recipe has slightly become thicker and the rajma is not even sticking to the bottom. You're lucky. So never forget to stir your recipe once in a while and check if it is sticking to the bottom or not. I've cooked this for another 5 minutes and it's become more thicker, a total time of now 10 minutes since when we added the rajma. Great, isn't it? Nice. So it's time for us now to add some dry fenugreek leaves. Rajma has tendency to have a little sweet taste. So this fenugreek, which is slightly bitter, it will complement the taste of the rajma. We'll also add for some nice creaminess, butter. This is Amul butter I'm adding. It is salted butter. So that is the reason I did not add too much salt in this recipe. Remember, we had added only around 1 to 1.5 teaspoon of salt, and here the butter already contains salt. So please be careful about the salt content in the recipe. Now I've seen some people, they will completely dry out the water, the liquid, the gravy in this recipe. Please don't do that. You should maintain a little gooiness. And we'll now add some fresh cream. Before you add the fresh cream, please lower the flame, or better put off the flame, because when you add milk products, they have the tendency to curdle. So this is fresh Amul cream, half a tablespoon, and this will make it more creamy, richer in texture and taste. Ladies and gentlemen, a Rajma Masala recipe. Enjoy it with some jeera rice. You can also check out my jeera rice recipe.
This is your chef. On receiving an overwhelming response from you all, I've decided to offer one subscriber of my channel Guru's Cooking each month an Amazon gift voucher worth rupees 10,000. So if you haven't subscribed now, what are you waiting for? Click on the subscribe button below and subscribe. Get lucky.